cycle, or the first time you learn to prepare a tea, make or to prepare a tea by yourself, it wasn't easy at all, especially when there is nobody for you to actually guide you. Now imagine if there was someone to guide you, and someone guided you and told you how to actually ride a bicycle or how to prepare a tea, it will be much easier, right? Similarly, students go through so much of a confusion in which career they have to choose, which stream they have to choose. So not only do they have trouble with their career and streams alone, they go through so much of emotional and physical, a problem. It's like a roller coaster ride. That's why we at DAV, we organize the career guidance program. Today, our focus is on legal studies. Before entering into the topic, let us start our session with the blessings of God. I now invite Sri Parthasarthi sir to render a prayer song. Please, sir.
Thank you, madam.
Please.
கருணாலயநிதியே கருணாலயநிதியே நிதமு சரணபுயம் கதியே கருணாலயநிதியே நிதமு சரணபுயம் கதியே கருணாலயநிதியே சர்வவேத வினோத காரண சர்வவேத வினோத காரண சர்வவேத வினோத காரண பரம சாதக பவநிவாரண பரம சாதக பவநிவாரண கருணாலயநிதியே நிதமு சரணபுயம் கதியே கருணாலயநிதியே அமல பாஸ்கர கோட்டி ஸ்வரூப அகண்ட சச்சிதா நந்த பிரதாப அமல பாஸ்கர கோட்டி ஸ்வரூப அகண்ட சச்சிதா நந்த பிரதாப நிமல வேத வேதாந்த ஸ்வரூப நிமல வேத வேதாந்த ஸ்வரூப நிர்விகற்ப நிரஞ்சன த்வீப நித்ய பூரண நித்ய பூரண நிலையமர்ச்சிதா நித்ய பூரண நிலையமர்ச்சிதா நித்ய பூரண நிலையமர்ச்சிதா வேதநாயக ஹிருதய ரஞ்சிதா நித்ய பூரண நிலையமர்ச்சிதா வேதநாயக ஹிருதய ரஞ்சிதா கருணாலயநிதியே நிதமு சரணபுயம் கதியே கருணாலயநிதியே
Thank you, sir. Now, I now request our HM ma'am, Srimati Meenakshi ma'am, to introduce the speaker. Please, ma'am.
Namaste. Our special speaker for today's evening is Dr. M.S. Krishna Kumar, who is a PhD holder in law. He initially served in Customs and Central Excise for 2 decades. Thereafter, for the past 2 decades, he has been a practicing advocate in Chennai. His area of specialization is in PMLA, that is Prevention of Money Laundering Act, and FEMA, Foreign Exchange Management Act. Litigation, apart from consultancy and litigation in GST and customs. A point to note, he is a university rank holder in ML, International Law, from Tamil Nadu Dr.Ambedkar Law University, Chennai, where he is also a visiting faculty in the Tamil Nadu Dr. Ambedkar Law University from the year 2008. He was awarded PhD for his thesis on criminalization of anti-money laundering in 2015. He is instrumental in framing the syllabus for LLM taxation course in 2015. Recently, he has authored a book, a Professional Tax Handbook on PMLA. He is a regular contributor of research articles on PMLA and FEMA in leading publications such as Taxman, SSC Online, and Bar and Bench, Live Law, etc. From 2019, he has handled several batches of anti-money laundering certificate course of ICAI, CECL, New Delhi. Sir, I am happy to note your profile. It's fantastic. And namaste and a very warm welcome to you. I think you're, one of the most befitting personalities to address the students and give them an insight into the umpteen opportunities that is available in legal studies. When students take up legal studies, the umpteen opportunities that are open for them, I think you are the befitting personality to give them an insight into it. Namaste and a warm welcome to you, sir. And you can take on from here.
Namaste. Good evening to all of you. And I'll go for the slide share. Hope the slide is clear.
Yes, sir. Yes, it's clear, sir.
So we will go into the session due to paucity of time. I will just quickly cover.
Yeah.
In fact, after education, why do you go in for education? Education basically is to to achieve a profession after completing education. Now you are in school. So basic school education. After that, you enter into professional education in colleges. You have various streams of professional education. Each, it depends on the student to choose which profession he would like to take up. It may be in some families, it may be dependent on the student will decide. In some families, even the parents will decide. So, for example, in lawyers' family, many of the sons and daughters of lawyer, they just follow the footsteps of their parents, father or mother. Don't be carried away that only the siblings of lawyers can enter into practice. There are a lot of, in fact, 70 to 80% of the lawyers are first generation lawyer. In fact, I am also a first generation lawyer. In fact, incidentally, my story is different. While in the department, and in fact, I was trying to join after completing my BCom in Vivekananda College, 1980. I tried to join BL stream, but that time it was very difficult because it was purely based on degree marks. I completed my BCom. It was difficult to score a seat. After that, the entrance system came into place, and we joined evening college. During those periods, we had evening college for those who are employed, and many of the lawyers throughout India protested that the evening college is cutting off their income because a lot of competition is coming. People who do evening college get enrolled after retirement. You will find 60, after 60, 70, 80, because there is no age bar for enrollment. You can even before your death, you can enroll. There is no, similarly, even for studying 3-year LLB course, there is no age limit. Even you can, a grandfather can sit with a grandchild in the classroom also. So after 2000, the Bar Council India scrapped the evening college system itself. So there is no evening college throughout India. Now we have only regular stream, there is no correspondence course also. Don't be misled by some advertisement. Some university will say one sitting, all those things. I think most of the things have vanished. So there is no concept of correspondence education as far as law is concerned, like medical degree. Once a basic degree, earlier it was called as Bachelor of Law, now BL, now it is throughout India. Some universities, some states call it as LLB. Now throughout India, it is uniformly called as LLB, Bachelor of Learned Laws. So after LLB, you can do your masters in law either by correspondence. There are streams. There are even now you have a lot of advanced LLM courses within 1 year also. So going back to what is the need for profession? So you can choose a profession of a doctor. You can choose a profession of a chartered accountant. You can choose a profession of engineer. Can be a software engineer. It can be any civil engineer, architect, anything. And it can be a chartered accountant. You can be a cost accountant. So all these streams are wide open to you. So as far as lawyer is concerned, the one unique advantage is when you go to a medical stream, you need to have a science subjects as basic. So for example, if commerce student cannot join a medical stream, but as far as law is concerned, uh, anybody from any stream of +2 for school can join the law. So the basic requirement is he or she should have completed the +2 examination, and it can be a science student, and he or she can join the courses. So you will find various streams of BA, LLB, BCom. We'll discuss this in the course of science. Then what is the need of, what are the requirements of profession? So basic fundamental, you can say you need first of all income. Though nobody just does a profession for gratis. You can, so even if your forefathers are billionaires, you try to earn your own money for your family at least. Some may be content with small income, some may be not, some may be chasing greener avenues. It depends. So basically income is a criteria for joining a profession. So there has to be stable income. So if you go for a government employment or a salaried class, it is a stable income. Whereas when you come to a practice, like a lawyer practice, it is not a stable income. So to remind you of the fact, during the COVID period, many lawyers suffered, in fact, 2 years, because they earned their bread and butter on a daily basis. Many civil lawyers, those lawyers who appear in lower courts, I am not talking about city, those lawyers who are in down south in towns and small places, they found it difficult. In fact, our bar association used to, in fact, try to support them because so they totally, due to closure of courts, they were not able to get their income profession. So earlier they used to go to the court, earn their income. So income is another criteria. Then status in the society. So you need a status, economic status in the society. So as a doctor, as a lawyer, both are called as a noble profession. Why they call it as a noble profession? Doctor, doctors and lawyers, one thing used to be carried out throughout generations. So you should not tell a lie either to a doctor or to a lawyer. So a person a person accused who commits a murder has to come and tell his lawyer that he has committed a murder. Then it is the duty of the lawyer. I'm not going into the other aspects of ethics or legality of the thing, but they have a fiduciary relationship. If you see, doctor and his patient and lawyer and his client as a fiduciary relation. So it is nothing but no confidential. Whatever the client discusses with the lawyer cannot be opened. In fact, we have a closed circuit. But nowadays, you find in many of the which we deal many of the economic offenses. Now, even the clients are not forthcoming with the truth. They tell only 10% of the truth. Even judges used to say, you may not know the truth. While we argue the case, they just would jokingly say, you won't ask your client where he has kept all his illicit money or tainted money. So, but as far as doctor is concerned, that is a different ballgame. So why even the clients are afraid, maybe because they think that their secrets may go on if they change the lawyer or change their pattern. So you find constitutional three pillars of the democracy, three pillars of democracy: legislature, executive, and judiciary. So now they say fourth pillar also. Media is called as press or media is called as fourth pillar. You will find two of the pillars, judiciary and legislature, is directly connected to law. So you will find judiciary is assisted on the one hand by major judiciary is run by bar and the bench. You will find that later. Bar is congregation of advocates. Those who are enrolled, we refer a group of advocates as bar. So whenever a court is in process, bar is the lawyers who argue before the court, and bench is the judiciary which hears the matter and pronounce the order. So you always have a bar and
So
bench. You will
once,
also have
sir, sorry for interrupting.
a,
I mean, do you have a slide which depicts what you're speaking? Because our slide is only origin of legal profession. So if you can simultaneously, scroll the slide also about what you.
this is only introduction. I will now
It's
only introduction.
introduction.
So
Okay,
I
sir.
will go to next. I will go to the slide.
Go
Because
to
this
the
is basically
slides. Okay, sir.
next.
Fine. And students, if you have a doubt, I just saw Vaishnavi or Vaishali, someone raising your hand. You can post your questions in the chat box. As and when I see the question, I know I will read it out to sir, and sir will explain it to you. Okay. Thank you, children. Go ahead, sir.
Okay. We have, I will go to the origin of legal profession. So this I have taken only from the Bar Council of India. So I don't want to rely on any other website. There you will find a lot of information in a lot of websites. So each will have their own say of what is the origin of website. I go by the Bar Council of India website. This is basically a body. Bar Council of India is a body which governs the advocates. Like you have a Medical Council of India which governs the doctors, and Chartered Accountants, ICA, Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, which governs the Chartered Accountants. So it says Indian legal system dates back to Vedic age. In fact, civil law system came into existence. Civil law system came into existence during Indus Valley and Bronze Age itself. It is purely purely a codification of laws and procedures. So we follow any good civilization we would like to follow. We are not in a banana republic or a barbaric, uncivilized nations. Some you might know some countries do not follow democracy, do not follow any rules. Rule of law, rule of gun only they follow. So India is the largest democracy in the world. So we follow from this dates back to the history. So from Vedas and Upanishads, these we draw. In fact, in many even tax treaties and many tax principles are taken out from Kautilya's Arthashastra. So different philosophical sources from Jainas and Buddhists, they have formulated various systems for the legal development over the centuries. So you will find the court system started as early as in the Mauryan period between 321 and 185 BCE. So after that, it was followed by Mughal in the period 16th to 19th century. So what I am trying to say is our judiciary or the legal system is not new. Though we have now BALLB, BBALLB and all, we don't know which college they studied. No, you can't just go and ask him what is your legal certificate. So there was a codified system of law. There was a codified system of provisions which governed the civilized society as early as in Mughal and Mauryan period. So in fact, we follow the British law, common law system. Common law system means where normally we go by the precedent or the judge-made law. Precedent or judge-made law is based on constitution, so which we follow from British. So whenever a set of decisions are taken by a court, the lower authority or the lower courts are bound to follow. This is only to have a uniformity in laying down the provisions of law. For example, Supreme Court laid down today, it says arrest has to be made only in the following conditions are fulfilled. That has to be followed throughout the Indian system. Actually, Supreme Court decision is binding on High Court and lower courts and tribunals and authorities concerned. So this is called judge-made law, judicial precedent, which is a basic tenet of common law. So in fact, even in our court started as early as in 1726 during British period, then followed by chartered courts. So we call it as chartered courts, which was formulated based on the Queen's Charter, Madras, Bombay, and Calcutta, 1860, almost 150, 160 years old. Now we have a Madras High Court, one of the oldest High Court in India. In fact, a very prestigious building. They even started a Madras Law College adjacent to Madras High Court. In fact, that was now closed due to various reasons because it could not accommodate. Now this Madras Law College has been shifted to 2 other places in the outskirts of city. So independent India, you might be knowing Dr. Ambedkar, who is the doyen of Constitution and chairman of the Constitution Committee, was a pioneer in framing the Constitution of India. Constitution of India is a written constitution. It is a fundamental. In fact, a law student, my professor used to say, even when we studied LLM or masters, used to say every student has to carry the Constitution in his bag and bring it to the classroom. It's like your Gita. these days, because basic, you draw principles from basic constitution. So it is very important. So the legends of the bar. So again, as I told you, this I draw. There may be a lot of legends who are not named. Maybe state-wise, there may be legends. They are living legends. They are legends who are no more. So these again, these four legends were part of the names which mentioned in the Bar Council India website. MC Settleward. So MC Settleward is the first and the longest serving Attorney General. Attorney General is the topmost lawyer, in fact, of the country. In fact. Of the Supreme Court is the constitutional authority. So he set out the standards, basic standards for the bench and bar. In those periods, they will not be afraid of bench. They will be very open. They will be very, in fact, you will find many senior lawyers. They will not be bowed down or threatened by the bench. But they will have very formal good relationship with the bench. Next is C.K. Daftari. He is a witty and affable lawyer. One joke which is used to say about Daftari is he was arguing a case before a just elevated judge. Unfortunately, in the bundle, normally you have a case, but when the judge opened, there was a bug inside the bundle. Daftari made a submission along with, I think, judge was making a remark that Daftari, there is a bug in my bundle. Then this lawyer told, my lord, it is a very ambitious bug. It has got audacity to travel from bar to the bench. Bar to the bench means from lawyer side, it has gone to the bench of judge. Next is H.M. Sirwai. Sirwai is a very famous constitutional lawyer. So you'll find 3 volumes of Constitution of India. Even now, it is out of print. Basically, 3 volumes are there in many of the judges' library, many law universities. So if you go and read the Constitution, now the books are you can't find such a classic books as far as the current scenario is concerned. So judges used to refer to the Sirwai book in Constitution, even in their judgment. You will find, so each of the provisions, it is not like writing a book based on some case law and just closing the matter. He will try to analyze the provision. He will try to give his own version, whether it is right or wrong with the provision. So you will find even the provisions are drawn from Sirwai's book. So there will be a quotation in the judgment from para so and so, page number so and so. Sirwai's book. Even judges will call for the book from the library. Next is Nani Palkiwala. Nani Palkiwala is a very famous tax lawyer. In fact, so you have a Palkiwala Foundation, which always recently they conducted a seminar. Annually they conduct a seminar. So this Nani Palkiwala, along with Kanka, Jamshedji Kanka, he wrote a book on income tax. This currently it's a very famous edition on income tax, which is a direct tax law. Currently, the 11th edition of this book has been finalized and printed by Sri Arvind P. Lattar, senior advocate based in Madras. So it is an excellent book which you can go through. Now, what are the basics of legal profession? So how to go in for a legal profession? So basic qualification for a lawyer is LLB, 3-year LLB or a 5-year LLB. This 3-year LLB comes into play only after you finish your basic degree. You finish your BA, you finish your BSc, you finish your BCom. Again, even you finish your BE, BTech, you can still join a 3-year LLB course. So this is the first thing. So we'll come to that later. National law universities or national law schools formulated an integrated course of 5-year LLB. So while doing this 5-year LLB, you gain 1 year in your career. So you finish your career course 1 year earlier. For example, you do your BA separately in a college, come back to law college for a LLB. 3 plus 3 takes 6 years. Whereas after plus 2, you go in for a LLB 5-year integrated. Within 5 years, you can complete your LLB. This is called, so after plus 2, 5-year BA, BBA or BCom. So it depends on each of the college or university. BA, some have BCA also. There are commonly 4 streams of LLB: BA LLB, BCom LLB, BCA LLB, and BBA LLB. So Bar Council says at least thousands of lawyers get graduated from around 900 law colleges spread throughout the country. So I can't be able to, I'm not able to refer to all of the colleges. Some may be of good quality, some may not be. So there are colleges running each state. They have a private law college depending on the each state. So however, the basic fundamental of a college is it should be approved by the Bar Council of India. You go and check up whenever you want to join a law college, you should check up whether it is approved by the Bar Council of India, because Bar Council of India is the authority. If the course is not approved by the Bar Council of India, your degree is not recognized. You cannot tomorrow, later, you have to fight out the college, will fight out the litigation, you will have to wait. You will not be enrolled unless it is like a recognition. So next, majority of the lawyers represent in courts and the judicial bodies. Some they do individual practice, some they engage in family concerns, which I say is father, grandfather. If it is a law firm, which is carried over, third generation lawyer, fourth generation lawyer, they work for the family firms. Some are in corporate in-house lawyers. So corporate in-house lawyers, there is a big difference between individual lawyer or like us, individual practice and a corporate lawyer. A corporate lawyer we used to refer to as a chamber practice. So chamber practice, sit in a AC room, armchair, you just have a laptop, you give service, you provide all the service sitting here. You will never visit a court, you will never visit any hearing, you will never have interaction with the quasi-judicial or judicial authorities. You will not have a taste in life. So just sitting, you may be earning. The individual lawyer may be earning only 10% of the income of a corporate lawyer. But you will have a real, you will sleep peacefully because you will have a satisfaction in this profession. Whereas a corporate lawyer maybe paid lakhs, maybe at some time you may even reach crores also. In fact, Professor N.R. Madhava Menon, who is the founder of National Law Universities, we will come to that later in the slide. He wrote an article saying that many of the law students, some of the law students, the private law college, famous law colleges like NLSI Bangalore or NALSL Hyderabad, they get campus placement. Sometimes at the age of 23, they are paid heavily. They get 50 lakhs sometimes offer per annum, 60 lakhs, 1 crore like that. Sometimes foreign firms also take them because they are cream of the legal profession. They get paid more than a Supreme Court judge. Imagine, but but Supreme Court judge, apart from the salary, they get perks, they get a status in society. In fact, to be frank, many of the judges get, as far as income is concerned, they may be earning less. You find a judge sitting and delivering a judgment, whereas this senior counsel who is arguing before the judge would be paid 5 lakhs or 10 lakhs for 10 minutes or 15 minutes. That is a different ballgame. So it is how the income is again measurement. It depends on whether you are only interested in income or you are interested in a real life practice. Legal process outsourcing is LPO is not, as far as India is concerned, it is not developing. It is like doing legal research. Suppose it will be outsourced. Some company will give you, this is the problem, kindly research and give me database of case laws. Some will say you draft a notice, you draft a contract, you draft an agreement, you draft a business sale agreement, you draft a merger and acquisition agreement. All this drafting and trading will be outsourced to other LPO, where the LPO employ the young law graduates to do the work. The LPO is not gaining importance for the reason that always the lawyer and the client relationship, as I told you, is a confidential, fiduciary. No firm would like to share their suppose if it is shared in the public domain, there is every chance of it being leaked out to others. So it's not gaining concept. Much of a concept is not, though it has started 10, 15 years back, it is not of much use. So Bar Council of India, as I told you, is created by an act of parliament. So under Advocates Act 1961, the Bar Council of India is functioning. So there are a lot of, I will confine only to the important functions of the Bar Council of India. So Section 7, there are a lot of functions as per Section 7 of the Advocates Act. Some is laid on the standards of professional conduct and etiquette for advocates. So it will, so professional conduct, you will find whenever there is a misconduct, professional conduct opposite professional misconduct. It can apply to any professional. It can be for a chartered accountant. It can be for a lawyer also. Suppose a lawyer does something wrong. He does something which is not legal. So any professional misconduct, cheating a client, cheating a court, or cheating, doing something against the principles of law and against the provisions of act will I will call professional misconduct. So this is again taken care of by the Bar Council. Each Bar Council of India is a central body. We have a state Bar Council for each of the state. For example, in Tamil Nadu, we have Bar Council of Tamil Nadu and Pondicherry. So whenever any student who completes the basic LLB degree can get enrolled in the Bar Council of Tamil Nadu and Pondicherry. For example, this year, a student completes LLB degree from university in Madras or in Tamil Nadu, he can get enrolled. So you'll have an enrollment number which surrounds the year of enrollment, for example, 2022. So it is to promote legal education and lay down standards. So in fact, that is why Bar Council now comes into play. It controls the syllabus of the university. It controls the legal education. It visits the university and colleges to find out whether they are really working as per the terms. And I like in Munava MBBS movie. So just when the team visiting you create a hospital, you create. It happens in some medical colleges also. In fact, you find it published in the print and visual, print and electronic media. Whenever medical body comes, doctors from other colleges with the coats and uniform come and just some dummy patients will be there at treatment. So it is not possible. The law colleges has to follow the standards. So this is taken care of by so whenever a new recognition, like I told you, any law college has to get a recognition from VCA. Before handing over the recognition, they sent a team to inspect and come to after the inspection and finalization of the recommendation only, it will be approved by the VCA. So this is how some universities also. No, you will find many deemed universities, deemed to be universities. Earlier it was called as deemed universities. Later UGC changed the acronym as deemed to be universities. So many universities have legal courses also. We'll see that in the later side. We have a separate law university as far as Tamil Nadu is concerned. Dr.Ambedkar Law University, which was started in the year 1997. So now it is almost, it takes care of the entire earlier prior to Tamil Nadu Dr. Ambedkar Law University, the entire law courses were under the domain of Madras University. In fact, when I did my BL, those days, I was a student of Madras University. My certificate shows I am a Madras University law student. After that, now there is nothing Madras University, but still they conduct. They don't have undergraduate degrees. They conduct correspondence course LLM degrees for a 2-year duration.
Once again, I think when Vadivel, the Thangavel is just raising his hand. Thangavel, you can just post your question. And sir, actually we are 6:35, sir. We are, so we have 15 minutes. So you can brush on the this one, the CLAT exam and how do they prepare some coaching centers and all, so that and even if the students have some questions, they will take it, sir.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you for your remainder of time. This is actually this picture you can come later. Actually, this emblem is total. There are totally CLAT, Common Law and Admission Test is the CLAT. So acronym for CLAT is Common Law Admission Test. So in fact, there are 22 universities now part of CLAT. Some universities are not part of CLAT. We'll see to that later. So you will find that the third NLSIU, NALSAR, NLIU, Bhopal. I am not going to repeat that. You can just get it. So these are all the universities which we have seen in the earlier emblem. So what is the introduction about NLU? NLU, in fact, in 1970, Law Commission said the legal education standard has gone down to the lowest level. So they wanted to create India like a Harvard of the East. We can't go and say Harvard University, Harvard or Yale Law School, or in fact, to be frank, my personal exposure with the foreigners, especially lawyers and law teachers, Indian law teachers are worse in the world. So in fact, we have seen interacted with UK and other law. So Professor Inar Madhav Menon first started NLU in 1987. Actually, in 1987, the first 5-year integrated course was started in Bangalore, NLSIU Bangalore. Later on, it went to NALSAR, Hyderabad, and then NUJS West Bengal. So consortium of the consortium was established to have a So common entrance exam, admission, everything. So it will be, there will be a governing body who will have admission counseling and everything. So 22 NLU Delhi, National Law University Delhi is not part of CLAT. So any student who want to join has to separately apply and write for a All India Law Entrance Test. So these are the basic, actually 150 MCQs there. You can, the website the details are given. There are 150 MCQ, multiple choice question, 1 mark for right answer and 0.25 marks for the wrong answer. You have the breakup of what are all the subject wise breakup is there. English 28 to 32 questions, general knowledge is 35 to 39, elementary maths 35 to 39 questions, legal aptitude 28 to 32. Logical reasoning 13 to 70, total 150 questions, 150 marks. So negative marking is there 0.25%. This purely not online mode, purely offline mode. You have to go and sit in the center and write the exam. 2-year duration is the exam. So class 12 pass with 45% mark is enough. So there is no, it can be a science student, you can be any stream. Plus 2 is a basic criteria. It can be from any stream of plus 2. So this is, I have given the website consortium of law school. Now, you normally will find only May the CLAT is being conducted. Currently, this year they are conducting on 18th December 2020. Visit the website, you will find the registration is open up to 13th November 2022. So you will find even sample questions are being distributed during October, November, first test of sample questions. So that you can go through the website. So the coaching centers are, I am not certifying anything about the coaching centers. I have not, no, because it is not fair on my part to comment plus or minus about this. These are all the coaching centers. Shriram Law Academy, Chennai, CLST, Career Launcher, then VPro, Apollo Academy, Vista Mind, Law Prep Tutorial, Advanced Academy, IMS, and TIME. These are all the coaching centers for law. In fact, you can buy books and each institute charges from 50,000 to 1 lakh for coaching. They have online mode, they have offline mode of coaching also.
So Arivanidhi, I think that answers your question. You have asked, give tips to attend CLAT. So sir has given you the breakup of marks and all. And sir has told that anybody, you just need a 12th standard and with 45% mark, and then you can, you should be able to pass these entrance examinations. And he also gave you the breakup that for the marking scheme, you get, there's negative marking in CLAT. So all these things, and he gave you even the, I mean, a few centers where you can, go for coaching. So I think that answers your question. Okay, Mohit sir, go ahead sir.
Any student from other state or other city can just Google and find out which are all the best, or they can get a feedback from the earlier students.
This is only for Tamil Nadu.
This is actually this cutoff mark. This cutoff mark slide, I will come to that later. Actually, this is Dr.Ambedkar Law University's cutoff mark. You will find OC category. OC category is open category. So one thing I would like to tell you, though there are reservations, Tamil Nadu follows the reservation of 69%. 69% reservation and 31% open category. So a person from, for example, a person from reserved category is holding a 99% mark. He will be only occupying a seat in OC. So to that extent, one seat is also reduced. Very tough, in fact. Though Tamil Nadu Dr.Ambedkar Law University has 4 streams of LB, 4 into 3 section, 12. Totally around 1,000 students are admitted every year. 12 into 80 approximately each section. 1,000 students are admitted. You imagine 30% of the open category, if a person from third scores more, he will be only considered in open category. So this another important thing to note is there is though there is a weightage in paper as far as CBSE is concerned, they go by the state board. So state board will get 98, will get admitted, whereas CBSE 88 or 90 would be the brightest student, but there is no consideration, there is no extra mark or buffering mark, anything. So that is a very difficult decision you have to make. That can't be questioned. It's a state policy. So if at all you may have to.
So do we have entrance for Ambedkar Law University? No entrance. So students, you can note, Tamil Nadu Ambedkar Law University does not hold an entrance examination. It goes only by your 12th standard marks. And no, there is no moderation of CBSE marks and all, only whatever marks. So in state board, if you're going to get 98%, yes, you might get a seat there. Yes, sir. Yeah.
So on the record, I tell you, in fact, I was in admission during 2008 or 2009, a boy scored 99% of mark. When I took classes for him in the 4th year of LLB, I could judge his no, capacity. In fact, I would not like to comment. So basically, why? Because this is unfortunate. You should have entrance exam. Then you should have merit. We can't help it. In fact, I tried for 5 years and got. Again, I belong to open category. Very difficult. I got admitted into LLB evening college. So
So
this is
now do we
actually,
have evening college, sir? Now also
no, that is abolished in 2000. 2000 itself.
it was abolished. So evening colleges have been abolished. Okay.
Abolished.
Yeah.
So nowhere, nobody is permitted because the lawyers protested. So every year, because all the evening college, in fact, I was in central exam, every year 10 officers from our department join in the
Law.
evening college.
Yes, sir.
So Dr.Ambedkar University, we have a school of excellence in law, SOEL. It is in Taramani campus. As I told you, there are 4 streams of BA, BBA, BCom and BCA, LLB. So there is also a 3-year LLB, which is not a criteria. Now we are concerned with +2 students. Then we have affiliated 16 law colleges. So the basic difference between BA, BL honors, we used to just jokingly say it's Sada Dosi and special Sada Dosi. Nothing much different. You will find Sada and special Sada. So, but on the record, then to tell you, actually, the Bar Council of India has prescribed basic parameters and syllabus. Roughly for a honors student, there are around 150 subjects, of which 15 non-law subjects and 35 are law subjects. Out of 35 law subjects, 4 or 5 will be special subjects, which are only meant for honors students. So for the rest of the non-honors students, which they study under 16 law colleges outside the Taramani campus, they have a limited syllabus. In fact, they may have 5 or 6 because Bar Council criteria, honors students shall have more exposure to more elective subjects. That is a basic difference.
So School of Excellence also goes by your 12th marks, sir? School of Excellence, Taramani also goes
Actually, under Tamil Nadu Dr. Ambedkar Law University, all the UGs under the School of Excellence in Law.
Okay.
So, because why this school acronym, my students used to say when I started teaching into the sir, we are in 5th year, sir, we are only a school student, a school of law student. They say we are still called a school student because it is national law school, NLS. You will find NLS, Nelson, NLSIU, NLS, Bhopal,
they are
NLS,
called National Law
Law
Schools.
School. It was founded by Professor Madhav Menon. Doesn't mean that it is still a school, but some universities treat them as still school students. But for basic discipline, you come out. I don't want to tell about the discipline of DAV. We know very well. So many of the schools have discipline is very must. In fact, it has to be inculcated only at the student level, not at the college level. So basic, you will find the difference when a student comes to a college. You will find the basic difference of behavioral approach. So these are all the private law colleges which are from deemed universities. You can Shastra takes into account. Actually, one more thing which is important, I would like to tell you. Out of the CLAT, around I have given the statistics, around 50,000 applied and 45,000 wrote the exam. So within 400, top 400, it is not percentage of mark. 150 is the mark criteria. It is not percentage of mark, percentile, PRCENTILE. So it is based on the other students' mark. You are placed with a purely on a rank basis. Top 400, you get 8 to 10 colleges. Though there are 22 colleges, as far as CLAT is concerned, many ignore other colleges. No, you don't board a particular bus. You board a SCTC bus. Instead of, it depends. From Coimbatore, you will prefer a Karnataka state air conditioned bus. Again, it depends. Some who want to travel will travel in any bus. It depends. So this maximum is within 800 ranks. If you get only, you get a admission to any of the CLAT. Otherwise, you will not get. So one advantage, don't be loosened by your. No, don't be not taken back. CLAT is important, you write, at least you get 60 percentile of mark. So many of the private law colleges consider this CLAT mark as a criteria plus apart from +2. Suppose if you are a CBSE student, VIT, Shastra and all considers CBSE marks plus percentile mark. If it is above 60, they take into account and they conduct interview and grant seats. So BBA is from +2 marks and CLAT, LSAT. So VIT law school is another type of LSAT is another exam. That also you can write. It is conducted by LSAC, another stream. So there are All India Law Entrance, ALIT for 2 universities. CLAT is for common, then LSAT. LSAT is only for VIT School of Law. This Savita School of Law Satyabama and SRM, other universities, they don't they don't follow the CLAT mark. They just take the +2 mark and give you admission. That's all. So these are all the private law colleges. They are all, why they are all, there is no need for no affiliation. We have a different school of excellence in law is from, there are 2 private law colleges which are forming part of Ambedkar Law University. These private law colleges, already they are forming part of a deemed to be university, and there is no need for them to be recognized by Tamil Nadu Dr. Ambedkar Law University. So these are all separately recognized because their university itself is recognized, and they are allowed to give the law school and function law school and give certificates. So some of the major private law colleges all over India. So I wanted to cover because yesterday only I knew that the other stream. I thought initially from Chennai only students will be participating. Jindal Global Law School, private law school lecture. So again LLB mark plus CLAT score. So we have tried to write the CLAT at least whatever. Don't bother 60, 70 or 80. At least it will help you. Percentile mark will help you. Symbiosis Law School, one of the best law school. Again, they have a separate admission test. Those who want to study symbiosis, try to Pune, very good law school. You can write a separate AAAT exam. You can write. New College, Bharatiya Vidyapith Deemed University, Pune. That is again ALET is like NLU Delhi. So Institute of Law, Nirma University, CLAT score, it takes into account +2 mark. School of Law, Christ University, Bengal, purely based on +2 mark. Amity Law School, CLAT score, again Army Institute of Law, Mohali. So in fact, a very good lively students come to our moot court competition as far as Army Institute of Law. So every year when we conduct tax moot courts, we used to see students from Army Institute of Law, Mohali. So you know, Army has so nation's pride, and their students are really good in their exposure. So these are all the areas of practice as an independent practitioner. No, you can be in litigation. Litigation is purely fighting in courts. No, adversarial proceeding, we say, fighting between party and a party and petitioner and defendant, the appellant and respondent. Quasi-judicial authorities are executive authorities which they are doing functions under various acts like Income Tax Act, GST law, Customs law, FEMA. So there are authorities who are they are empowered under the act to perform certain functions. So they pass orders, they adjudicate matters for which there shall be a representation which can be done by advocate. Lower courts, we have a lot of city civil court, sessions court, and other things. High court, you might be knowing all the state capitals, then go to Supreme Court. Here advisory. So advisory and consulting. Advisory, and you can advise clients on how to structure your business, what are the legal issues involved, and consulting, giving opinion on various issues, and other things. So employment, you come to private firms, corporate. As I told you, private firms and corporate, you may be employed. You may get more income, but the problem is 30% of your income will go as income tax. So when you are employed, but when you are a professional advocate, you get 50% expenses. You are treated separately under income tax law. So 50% will be treated as expense, and only balance will be liable to pay tax. You end up paying lesser income tax. I don't say that you should evade. This is the benefit allowed by the government. So it depends. We don't like. In fact, I came out of a salaried department for my personal reasons. So I don't want to join any firm. So independent, you are always independent. You can work under anybody. It's a pleasure. No, it's really challenging to see all those things. So employment is there in judicial service. You can join a subject. There are exams, subject exam, magistrate exam, then public prosecutor, everything. PSUs, public sector interesting. There are a lot of you will find every day. PSUs, Oil India, ONGC, legal officers are there. Usually hefty payment will be there. A lot of perks will be there. Banks, you get legal officers. Then insurance companies also, you get employment. Then law firms, basically law firms, as I told you. Again, it depends. When you join a small law firm, you get exposed. You go to a big law firm, you will only be asked to be a backdoor. You do only research. You will never have an interaction with any client. You will never go to the court. You will never see how the pleadings are done. It is sitting in. You may get money. You go to office at 9 o'clock, reach home at 10 o'clock, but sitting in AC room, you will never have the exposure. But whereas in practice, if the firm allows you to go with senior to real court, real proceedings, it will be a very, or some firms, middle level firms, other is putting photocopy or taking out a page, putting page number and all, it is not worth in law firms. It depends. You can choose your various opportunities. These are all the various areas of practice, immense areas of practice. Now, we used to say doctors, you have for a right hand, there is a specialist, and a left hand, there is a specialist, right hand. So similarly, you have a corporate merger and acquisition, restructuring, insolvency, so much advisory and compliance. Companies, compliance, advisory, compliance means there are a lot of now GST law, for example, there are a lot of complaints. You have to file various returns, various type of like in Companies Act, various formalities have to be completed. These are all taken care of by the legal team. SEBI, Securities and Exchange Board of India, FEMA, which is labor laws, also PSI, EF, Provident Fund and employees, all those things. Next is commercial law, commercial disputes, civil disputes. Then we have a criminal law practice, which starts from bail, arrest, economic offense, cyber crimes, everything is there under criminal laws. Civil law, you can civil disputes between parties and other disputes. IPR, intellectual property rights. You have patents, trademark, copyright, designs. So all these intellectual property rights, that is a very peculiar area, but you need to have a specialization. So again, one thing I want to tell you, if you want to practice your basic LLBs, don't try to go in for LLM and all. PG will be done by those who want to go in for teaching practice. Those who want to, because I took my LLM only because I wanted to teach students. So that is why at the age of, in fact, all my classmates are of my daughter's age. When I studied I was the eldest in LLM batch in 2008. So that is a different. So PG is not necessary. Even the marks, even whatever mark, no judge is going to ask you what is your mark in LLB. So he will only see how you the court craft is very important. How you come out of the issue. So it is a very, you go to court, observe, don't watch TVs and all. Useless program, this TV courts and all, this all idiocracy. So go to the real life court. Now you can even watch court proceedings after this COVID. You go in Maharashtra, in Gujarat, you will find, you go search YouTube, we will find a lot of, in fact, real life court proceedings, which you will learn how to, you will have interest in that. Read John Grisham's novels, again, legal fictions, very important. In fact, I am also fond of John Grisham. You will have more interest in legal field. IPR, bank and debt finance law, DRT and other things, banking regulation, ECB, external commercial borrowing, financing and asset management, everything is taken care of by banking and debt finance law. Real estate law, so that is all developing where you get documentation, investment structuring, everything is there. Security law, capital markets, SEBI, advisory and compliance, insolvency law. This is a now growing field, insolvency, winding up insolvent company going into liquidation, out to creditors, filing for insolvency petition proceedings. Direct tax, income tax is now currently one of the famous tax as far as direct tax is concerned. Kanga and Palkiwala. Next, indirect tax, GST is there, customs law is there, foreign trade policy, FTP, foreign trade policy is part of this related to customs, special economic zone, various avenues of practice as they are in indirect taxes. Then arbitration, mediation, loss is arbitration, mediation, and alternate dispute resolution. This is what you call litigation is adversarial proceedings where you fight, both the parties fight. Alternate dispute, you come for some lok adalat, you compromise. So only certain things are allowed to compromise. With this, I think the slides are over. These are all the top law firms in India. I don't want to comment on that.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. Actually, it was fun. I mean, students, we will be sharing this one. We'll be sharing the slab PPT and this one, the recorded session of this also will be, the YouTube link also will be given to you. It will be posted in the site. You can go and see it because it's an extensive topic. Actually, it's extensive topic, and sir has, covered lot. He's been really fast because, paucity of time. We wanted to, because we have a next session exactly at 7 o'clock in the same link, so a paucity of time, otherwise we would definitely extend it because the subject is very, very extensive, very, very informative also, and students can definitely look into the PPT and the recorded session for any doubts, and you can even post it later, so the DAV will respond to it. Okay, so thank you so much, and very sorry for pushing you, just pushing you,
literally limiting his knowledge actually.
My friend used to say,
He has
you can't
tried
stop
his
a lawyer.
level best to cover everything
Yeah,
within
yeah,
this time.
exactly.
Excellent.
It is
Excellent.
from from a one-day match, it has come to T20.
Yes, exactly, exactly.
So
True.
actually,
Exactly,
my
sir.
friend-
Exactly.
my friend used to say, you can't stop a lawyer from talking, and lawyer, another one is teacher. So
Yeah.
normally I don't see the time. I don't see. So a lawyer combined with teacher, no, you will never stop. Giving
Yeah,
up, like I don't mind.
yeah.
I take class for 3 years. In fact, 3 hours
We are
I
a
took
very
class for
bad
CS.
combination, sir. We are a very bad combination when
Yes.
it comes to time. And so no, so with all, thank you so much. And so actually, we'll, sir, thank you so much. I mean,
Yes, thank you. Thank
and
you.
students, I hope it was a very good learning session for you. So we would like so many of you to take up this course and come out in flying colors and earn. I mean, make a lot of money also in the process. Thank you, thank you so
Only
much.
work for India. Work for India.
Yeah,
Don't
work
go
for
outside.
India.
That's
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Yes, yes.
That's all. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, only don't go for
nationalism.
inside. Don't.
That's our
Don't,
DAV idea also.
yeah, don't
I know.
hesitate to wear your nationalism on your sleeve. Okay, wear it with pride. Okay, thank you so much, Krishna Kumar sir. Ashwin,
Yes, sir.
fine.
Thank you, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Very
Thank you,
well.
ma'am.
Thank you.
Also, you can
Thank
give the
you, sir.
reminder. Also, you can do the reminder for the next webinar, ma'am.
Yeah, next webinar. Yeah, next webinar is on September 3rd, children. September 3rd, we'll have the next seminar.
Next seminar.
Okay, okay. Oh, thank you so much, sir. So,
Thank
we
you
are
so much,
paucity
sir.
of time.
Thank you.
And, I think Ashwin has to close and he has to go for
Yes,
the
I
next
can leave.
thing. Thank you
Yes,
so
sir.
much.
Thank you.
sir.
Thank you very
Thank you.
much.
Thank you so much, Krishna Kumar sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah,
Thank you,
thank
thank
you.
you.
Yeah, எனக்கே நிறைய question இருக்கு sir கேட்கிறதுக்கு. But
Even
okay,
I had
I
so
will
many
call you.
questions.
Yeah, I will call you.
You can
and
call me. I have
something.
given my.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Anybody can
Yes,
mail me.
yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you
you
so
very
much,
much,
sir.
sir. Thank you.
Yeah, bye,
Thank you, sir.
Ashwin.
Namaste, sir.
Namaste. Bye,
Yes.
Ashwin. இன்ஃபேக்ட் ரொம்ப இன்ஃபர்மேட்டிவா இருந்தது இல்லையா?
ரொம்ப இன்ஃபர்மேட்டிவா இருந்தது.
Ah.
சூப்பரா சொன்னார்.
Mm.
And he was actually